Hello, this is Brian Resney, president of Resney Wealth Management, bringing an update about the economy and the investment markets so you can understand what we see in the global community. You know, obviously we're in 2017. Officially, President Trump will be inaugurated on Friday. Very excited about that. I hope all Americans start to come together, not only Republicans, Democrat, embrace everyone. Let's look for some very positive change in 2017 and the following 3 years after. I firmly believe the policies that are set in place or will be set in place over the next few years by our new President Trump will be quite dynamic. I've talked about this many times. While we saw a nice run up after the election of President Trump, I firmly believe we will continue to see further gains in the years ahead. Remember, the investment markets are never consistent. Meaning, you know, we saw about a 6 to 8% increase in portfolio values in the last couple months alone. That doesn't mean that the next couple months is going to be up another 8%. We might see the next 2 or 3 quarters somewhat flat or even down a little bit until we see that next bump up. Remember, investing is over a period of time. And what often drives equity prices up is earnings. If earnings grow, meaning the GDP economy is growing in the U.S., translates into corporate profits growing with earnings, that typically means equity prices go up. So again, markets never go up every day, every quarter. We've had a nice 2016 for our clients. We may see a flattish to down market the next quarter or two, or we could see another 15% increase in the next quarter or two. Expect that. But over the next 3 to 5 years, again, I think our clients are going to be, again, quite happy as they have been the last 3 to 5 years. I like to look at 3 to 5 year increments, and I do that for a reason. Because again, no market is consistently up every month or every day or every quarter or every year. You'll have years where things are down 3%, and of course you're going to have years you could be up 15 or 20%. That's basically how the investment markets work. There's often not a lot of rhyme or reason or consistency, but over rolling periods of time, we start to see what I feel is more consistent returns in overall portfolios. Again, lower taxes, getting rid of Obamacare and repealing Obamacare and putting something in that's better and more consistent with what people actually need in the health care. Looking at reduced rules and regulations are all going to help the economy. Couple things that I will tell you, though, that make me very optimistic for the next 4 years. Just talking to people in general, not only individuals, but also business people, you're starting to see this renewed optimism, much greater optimism than you saw the last 8 years. That optimism alone is contagious. It's like a positive attitude. And what happens, even though nothing has really gone on to make the economy grow more for 2017, I feel people will actually spend a little bit more, and so will businesses, because they're more optimistic about the future and the future prospects for a better economy. That's a positive. The other thing we're starting to see is a return of industrial production. The last couple years, 2015, 2016, were a little bit flat to down a little bit. Remember, nothing goes straight up and nothing goes straight down. Industrial production is starting to come back around a little bit, and again, that's another driver of the U.S. economy. So again, I feel the U.S. economy will probably grow somewhere between 2.5% and 3.5% this year, 2017, depending what policies are put in place early on by our new President Trump. And I feel if they do the right policies and procedures that we can see probably between 3 and 4% growth the next 3 years after that. That would be basically almost double what we saw in the last 8 years on average, which again bodes well for every American. Bring us together, make a better economy, make people wealthier, more prosperous, of course, and more financially secure. If you're a client of our firm and you have any questions, please give us a call. And of course, we do have our client luncheon coming up in just a week or so. If you're not a client of our firm, it's time you experienced the Resney Wealth Management difference. I will say this, most investors basically are busy in their lives. They don't take the time to look at their finances. So if you've got family and friends or business associates that need a quality investment advisory firm that works for them, please refer us. We always appreciate not only your business, but your referrals. Have a safe and profitable day.